Here is a glitch I personally ran into. Me and my girlfriend, we both game a little bit. We got two TVs set up in the living room. We got the PS4 hooked up to one TV and the PS5 hooked up to our main 4K TV. Um, but one thing we noticed, right when I bought the PS5, just like everyone else, I grabbed my extended hard drive right off the PS4, threw it on the PS5. Right when I threw her on there, I got about 20 updates that came through for games that were on the extended hard drive that apparently the PS4 didn't realize needed to be updated. I'm not sure. Some of my friends have had the same problem. You go to click into a game, even though in your settings you have it set to, when you're in rest mode, to automatically update the games and the files. Apparently, they don't really do that anymore. Not on the PS4 at least. But yeah, when I plugged her into the PS5, it scanned through all those files, saw exactly which games had updates for them, and immediately started downloading them. Now, I think where our glitch came in was a couple hours later, my girlfriend decided she wanted to hop on some Skyrim on the PS4. Unfortunately, that game was actually on the extended hard drive. So we went ahead and disconnected it, threw it onto the PS4, and I think somewhere in between the fact that the PS5 had registered and started downloading some of these updates, and the fact that we disconnected her and threw her on the PS4, it also suddenly started noticing that some games needed updates. And what I think happened was somewhere like either the PS5 had started to update a couple of these games, and then it went to the PS4, it couldn't quite figure out what the heck was going on, and it started downloading the same updates. They were probably in different stages of the download. You know, you expect some glitches like that with the new console. I expect most people, though, if you got the PS5, you're probably not using your PS4 right now, and your extended hard drive has probably just been on your PS5 the whole time. I ran into this problem because I actually switched back and forth between the two. But what actually happened was I have 3 or 4 games actually in my library, some of my main games, in fact. Red Dead, for instance, Call of Duty Cold War had the same issue. I had like 4 of them, and all of them had this little progress bar when I actually looked at them in the library, like it was trying to download an update. However, if I were to go into my downloads and my uploads section, it actually didn't show anything updating. And so somewhere between us swapping consoles over, we threw the whole system out of whack, and the files are actually corrupt. You try and click into them, and it just says unable to start the application at this time. You're like, what does that even mean? I assumed, it was something like I needed to restore my licenses or something like that on the games. But no, I tried just about everything. The only way I could actually get those games to play again was to actually completely erase them from the extended hard drive and re-download them from scratch, letting them download completely uninterrupted, of course. But yeah, we actually corrupted 4 or 5, maybe even more. There was probably 5 or 6 games on there that had that same little progress bar that would not let me. And a couple of them, the game actually worked, but it would be like the offline version of them. I could click into them, but it would say there's an update going on, and you can't use network features at this time. Kind of a classic thing. Um, but yeah, it completely ruined those game files, so I had to go through and actually completely delete a handful of those games and re-download them from scratch. It threw me a couple days behind on a few of those, but yeah, so be aware. If you do use both consoles still and you plan on swapping that hard drive back and forth, make sure everything's fully updated, or maybe cancel your updates on the PS5 before you disconnect it and throw it into the PS4. Also, make sure you use the official in the options safe way to disconnect your extended hard drive. We did in this case, and we still had the issue, but I could see how if you didn't, you'd probably put yourself even at more risk of corrupt data and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.